I wanted to work instantly. That's why I muted myself, but the overlay is not working. So it's like I don't know how we're gonna do like co-working then. Ah, okay, now it's there. Jeez. All right, guys, we don't have too much time today. Because Zach is gonna have a meeting later, for which I'm gonna go offline because it's gonna take quite a while and I won't be able to talk meanwhile. And yeah, so it's gonna take like 2 hours. So we're gonna stream until 4:30, which is like 2.5 hours, and then we're gonna go offline, and I'm just gonna work on my own still. Except you guys like don't mind that I won't be able to talk for the last 2 hours, but I don't know. I don't know if it's cool then. And hi Grumpy. And hi Wall City, welcome, welcome. Please mark my attendance for today. It's marked. The cat camera is like not the best, I think, like the perspective there. I mean, yeah. Yeah. No kid head is at least on it. So, but let's start with the first working phase. Let's talk about it in a break. See ya, guys.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
All right. First 50 minutes done. Actually, right now I'm not coding. I'm working on a different project I have. For a customer in Germany. Sorry. We're on a break. We're supposed to actually pause. Yeah, the pipe map I'm making. It's so far it's just meant for desktop. So yeah. Working can be addictive. Yeah, it sure can. It sure can. Like, especially if you're sort of in the middle of something, right? It's like so easy to be like, oh, I just quickly wanna finish this. Just this one bug. I'm like so close to finding it and to fixing it. And then 1 hour later, you're still sitting there and you haven't had any water, you didn't eat, you didn't air out your room, you didn't stand up and move your body. It's really something where like, like, you need to be careful. That's why I love these like co-working streams, because it reminds me to take breaks. Like there's, you know, like there's people waiting for me, like there's people who want to talk to me. So it's really, like, that's what I really love about it, that there's sort of like social accountability to taking breaks. And yeah, that's really, really helpful and I love that. Hi, crazy guy. Welcome, welcome. There's no gambling command. Sorry to disappoint. And suddenly it's dark outside. Yeah, exactly. It's Wait, is there no gambling options? I mean, for the points you get from Twitch, there's like, you can't gamble with them. Like you can only go into the poll with them. Like if like streamers make polls, and like then a lot of streamers have like sort of their custom currency as well, and then like put commands in where you can do stuff with that. But I personally just think that's a bit silly. Like I've never had anybody who like actually wanted to use it, or like I can't relate to wanting to use that either. Doesn't that sometimes annoy you when my colleagues interrupt me for a social moment? I'm usually not happy. It's definitely a thing where I'm like, damn, like 50 minutes, like are already over. Like I now need to stop. Like, come on. Like it definitely can be frustrating, but at the end of the day, right? Like I'm here like free willingly. So like I know this is good for me, and like even though I'm frustrated, I'm not gonna like be angry at somebody or whatever. Yeah. So what you're saying is we should be telling you to take more breaks. We're taking 10 minutes of a break every 50 minutes. Like, come on. Like, we gotta get stuff done as well. Like, this is... you can't expect more. If you enable that, I will be the biggest gambler. I'm not sure if I like necessarily want to though, because it's like it's making the chat kind of full for like, no, like I don't know, like I would need to find things you can do with that currency which are actually fun, I think, and not just gambling. It was about 7.5. Basically 10. I'm definitely like one of the persons who like get like really hyper focused. This is why like, yeah, this is literally why like this works really well. But there needs to be sort of like a bigger motivation to take a break. But we only have 3 minutes 50 left, so let's do stretch and move a little bit to make sure we're nice to our bodies and we're gonna stay healthy. Technically, you're supposed to every 25 minutes for like 5 minutes stand up and not sit anymore, move, keep your, you know, like blood flow going. When I'm in my hyper focus, I want to stay there. I mean, of course I want to, right? But like wanting something and knowing it's wrong are things which can coexist, right? So I think it's just like, I know this is like, I know it's smart to take a break. Like, I know it's healthy to take a break. I know it's really unhealthy to not take a break. And I don't want to die just because I worked for too long. So there's like priorities. And like, if you train it, it gets better anyway. I can't do 20 push-ups. Panic productivity. I know it's more healthy, but less productive for me. Yeah, I mean, working more while being concentrated is always going to be more productive, right? But at the end of the day, working is not everything in life. And I don't know, for me personally, I feel like I rather start implementing healthy habits now than when I'm like 50 and already have like consequences from it. And I actually like some consequences I already have from like working too hard and like not taking my feelings and my body into consideration. So I'm a chronic pain patient. I have chronic headache the entire time. Also chronic stomach pain and back pain. And it's just like being healthy is like really important if you're a pain patient. Because essentially if you're like working at your limits, you just have less tolerance for the pain and you're gonna turn to a shittier person. Just because you're like irritated, obviously, because of the pain, right? Like, I don't know, like pain just makes you kind of angry. So I think that's probably why I like so early in life, like with 26, I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna prioritize my health. Like if that wouldn't have happened, like for sure, like I would have worked like this until like, I don't think I would have actually gotten the memo until something happened. Like I feel like something had to happen for me because I was ignorant to the fact that my body needs stuff from me and needs me to treat it nicely. So, yeah. But maybe I can inspire you to also, you know, implement some healthy habits. What do you think about LGBTQ? Love them. We're LGBTQ positive here. And yeah. Alright. Yeah, you need to be like... Exactly. Alright, guys. Let's start again. We got 50 minutes. Let's go. Before I got told I got ADHD and learned how to use activate my hyperfocus when I need it. Yeah, I actually have, like, for me the hyperfocus is, I think, like, I don't know if I have ADHD. Allegedly not, but probably like autism and giftedness. But yeah, I don't know, like hyperfocus is like really easy if I'm like motivated to get stuff done. And I'm also motivated to get stuff done like if it's like not cool or fun, but just if I want to like have it be over. So I can essentially like motivate myself to do anything I set my mind to. Because either it's like uncomfortable and then I'm just gonna be like, okay, but I want it to like be over, like I don't want to have it in my mind of like things I need to do. Or it's nice and then I'm motivated to do it and then I'm just gonna do it anyways. Did the bees get bigger? I swear they were smaller. No, they were always like jumbo bees, yeah. Yeah, it's not something I really struggle with. Like, only in the morning. Morning is hardcore, but apart from that, like, I'm struggling with taking a break. Like, this is... Like, I'm struggling to stop or take my feelings into consideration, but that's sort of, like, the problem from the other side, you know? It's being gay okay? Being gay is totally okay. Yeah. This is why, like, sometimes I don't even hear people. Like, if you talk to me, if I'm, like, concentrated, like, I can completely ignore everything around me. No problems. Even if I'm, like, in my head thinking about stuff, like, I can completely ignore everything around me. So, yeah. But let's get going, guys. Let's get going. Have fun.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
All right. So there's still a lot to do, but it's going decently. So need to look my time actually. Oh my god, no way. Oh, it's so nice that she loves to cook. And you have her for the entire weekend. Does she like the room? I wasn't there when like you first came in. And hi Benji, welcome, welcome. How you doing? She loves the room. Oh my god. You're going to the zoo tomorrow? Oh my gosh, she's gonna be so excited. Oh, I love to hear about it, Lisa. It's such good news. And thank you for the follow, Hubble. And Sunday swimming. It's just a full agenda. Like every kid would love this. I'm really glad Olivia gets spoiled. As she should. I can imagine. I mean, how is like Olivia socially? Like, would she be uncomfortable in that situation? Or would she actually be excited? Amazing, Lisa. I see, I see. Yeah. I think if you just check in with her, like, sort of regularly, it's gonna be fine. She's gonna make the dog fat. I can imagine. Oh, she must be so excited. I love it. So, but how have you guys been doing? How are the tasks going? Is it going well? Anybody working, by the way? Or am I the only person working here? The devil kitten is nice to her. Oh my god, it's the perfect match. Come on. Like, that's a sign, really. Oh, I'm so happy. It's like such good news, Lisa. I'm so glad. You're playing Whereby. It's hard work. That's fair. You meant to do some emails, but ended up talking the whole time. Did you put the emails on the list at least? So then you feel like you have a task, or are they not even on there? Oh, we only have like 2 minutes left. Your meeting is starting in half an hour, right? Alright, I guess we can like talk a little longer. And then we're gonna like wrap up the stream already because Zach has a meeting in half an hour, which is gonna go for 2 hours. So I wouldn't be able to talk in the whole time. So I thought it's probably better if we like end the stream and then just stream another day again. Because like without the 10-minute break, talks is like no fun, no? I mean, the other thing I could offer is like, yeah, like being live still, but then it's like we can like chat in the 2 hours, I guess. That's really it. Of course, it's on the list. You know, in the I wouldn't expect otherwise from you. You know, you as a mod, you really know that you have like a, you know, like that you're the person people look up to in this stream. Like, you know, if you wouldn't do this, like who else would feel motivated and inspired to actually use the bot as well? Like there needs somebody who starts, right? And I just know that like on mods like you, I can rely on. Because you would never not put the task on the list. Oh, Lisa, I actually don't know anymore. You're having an overwhelming day, Joe. Got to... I'm really glad that you were able to set a good boundary, Joe. I'm glad it worked. People look up to me? Of course, Fluffy. I mean, you two are like the idols of the stream. Like, as moderators, you know? It's all or nothing, really. Aww. If we could, and Olivia would like to, we would all cuddle Olivia. We heard so many good things about her. She seems like the absolute sweetheart. Oh my god, this emote looks so cursed though. What the hell? And hi Bolt Saber, welcome, welcome. Yeah. I guess it's like, it's better if we like end stream because like otherwise it's just like mute stream for like 2 hours. Like that's kind of non-fun, you know what I mean? But how do you guys like the overlay, by the way? I did it before the stream. Looks good, no? I really like it. I'm doing good, Bolt Ava. How are you doing? And it's good to see you too. Hmm. Well, as long as you're able to maintain your boundaries, Joe. Glad to hear, Bolt Ava. I hope I'm able to finish my task today, the next 2 hours, because this is still gonna take a while. I mean, if you want to send pictures, by the way, Lisa, of the cats and the puppy, I would love to see it. Oh, I really want to keep working. People, quick, ask me questions. What? Did you just say, like, what would you imagine getting out of a private airplane? I mean, the stairs aren't that high because the plane is pretty small. What metaphorically? What is the metaphor? Private airplane, I allegedly. Yeah, if the private airplane is paid by somebody else, then I would get free flights out of it. Where to? So how would you visiting my mom so I don't have to take the Deutsche Bahn. That's pretty good. That would be crazy. And yeah, I don't know, like I think for any like big flight it's like anyway too small, no? Like what if you want to go to Japan? Like I think that's what, like thank you. I don't think you can like with 2 stops or something, sure, but it's like a small plane, no? Like I don't think it can like just fly directly to Japan. don't know what the Earth's circumference is off the top of my mind, bro. What? Thank you, World Saver. And hi, Exile King. How important is it to have self-esteem? Oh, I think it's really important, honestly. I guess it also, like, it always depends of, like, how specifically you define it, right? But I think being, like, confident, having trust in yourself, also, like trust in your capabilities, trust that you can, like, you know, like, say no to things, like, enforce your boundaries, take care of yourself, and also, like, trust in, like, who you are as a person, that, like, you don't, like, even if somebody doesn't like you, like, you're pretty stable in your, like, in your perspective of your self-image, or, like, your confidence is, like, pretty high in your self-image. But, like, with being aware of, like, mistakes, but also, or, like, maybe, like, of shortcomings you have, but also being aware of the things you do for other people, the person you are, I think is pretty important. Because there's always gonna be people who don't like us, like, especially online. There's gonna be critique, there's gonna be a lot of personal critique as well. So, I don't know, like, feeling safe about yourself, I think is pretty important. Also, just to be, like, in a relationship and be able to, like, still know who you are and don't lose yourself, I think. Or like saying she wants a private 747. Exactly. So, start working. And how relaxing. Have fun completing your project, Bolt Saver. And see you the next time. Bye. Good for you, relaxing. I can fly almost 10k kilometers with one tank. But it's, like, still, like, to Japan is, like, pretty far now. I don't know.
Japan is...
No. So, what's the other question? Like, what's the meaning of life? And Joe said, for me is to live. We're trying to answer your question. For me is to live on it. Don't take it seriously. Have fun. Do it right. I'll be happy. People have their opinions. So I think do what makes you happy and treat people with respect and tease. I think that's, like, definitely a good start. If you want to be, like, sort of... like, if you want to be, like, slightly less positive, I would say the meaning of life is really about survival. Like, we're here because the people before us survived. And our sort of, like, the way we work and the way our species has developed, sort of was all, like, what survived lived on, and what didn't. So I guess it's because of survival, and what that essentially means is, I think, and that's sort of, like, I really like to, like, hold that sort of knowledge in my heart, because I think it's important for how you see yourself and how you see mental health issues, for example. Because I feel like sometimes we feel like, oh, like, the meaning of life is to have, like, a really, really good life, really positive life, like, to live and have all the riches of the world, where it's like, I don't think that's the case, and I don't think that's, or like to be like really happy, where I think that's also like not really what our body is aimed at. Like our body is aimed at survival, not really happiness. And I think it's important to understand, because then all of a sudden it sort of like makes sense how addiction is like so easy to fall into, how depression can happen to everybody, how suicidal ideations can also happen to everybody, and how there's like so many things that our brain, like especially also with anxiety and stuff like this, how it can be so difficult to actually like live a happy life and live a good life. And yeah, make more out of your life than just living. Because I feel like biologically we're just, yeah, we're sort of aimed at survival. And that's not the same as being happy. But I think what it also means is that there's not more than survival. Like, you haven't been born to fulfill a bigger purpose, really. Like, you can be religious about it and be like, oh, like, I had a mission and all of that stuff, sure. But if you really just want to, like, go with this, like, approach of, like, what sort of, like, nature gave us, it's a will to live. And I don't know, so I think then you can sort of be kind of positive and let go of the pressures of the world. Because you can be like, I'm here because the people before me survived and like had kids. And now it's like, to a certain extent, it's just my life and my choice, what I want to do with it. And you don't have to make a big, like a great life out of it. And a lot of people don't. But there's a lot of different ways how to live a life. And we don't entirely know which one is correct or not. We're constantly learning. And I don't know, I think it's like relaxing to a certain extent to know that there's no potential you need to fulfill. Which also means you're not gonna achieve greatness without like trying to, and like putting money where your mouth is, essentially. But it also sort of like then takes into account that because it's about survival and not like, oh, like you should have a family and a great life, there's nothing guaranteed. Like no quality of life is guaranteed. How long we live is not guaranteed. And I think that leaves us with a lot of freedom. Maybe even too much freedom. Thank you, relaxing. But when you think about mental health, you don't really think about how our ancestors survived. You tend to think of it as just us kind of thing, even though it's not necessarily the case. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's like sometimes it can feel really defeating if you have a shit life and or like your mental health is not doing well. At least that's how I felt. Like when I was depressed, I felt sort of like offended at being depressed. I was like, why is this happening to me? Like, why is my body is failing me, essentially. Like, this is not what my body should be doing, you know? Or like with having anxiety, like why is this like I can't even enjoy like everyday life, like this is not what my body like is supposed to do, like my body is failing me. Where it's like that's not really the case, because if the goal is just survival, no matter how good or bad, but just survival, it kind of makes sense why like anxiety is easy to come by, why addiction is easy to come by. And I don't know, I think that's kind of was for me the missing puzzle piece. I think deadlines really only work if they are a deadline, right? If a deadline is more like a, oh, I would like to have it finished on that point, but there's like no urgency to actually finish it on that day, it's not really a deadline. Like nothing, like there's no consequences if you don't get it done. Yeah. Like, I know it sounds like very, like, I don't know, it sounds kind of like shitty when you say like, well, like life is only about survival and you're just here because the people survived before you and had kids. But I feel like sometimes we feel so much pressure because we think there's a reason we were born, or we don't have it figured out yet and we need to, and there's a bigger plan to life and we're not on time, we're too late, we took too long, we missed our shot, we missed our opportunity, and all of these things. And I think if we reduce the expectation of life to, well, we're here because people have before survived and got children, then, you know, like anything you do is really like better than nothing, and any happiness you build is something you need to put active effort in. Like, you don't get a family for free, you don't get friends for free, you don't get a partner for free. There's so many things in life which take effort because they're so much more than just living. I mean, many different things work for many different people relaxing, right? So if the deadlines like don't work for you, even if there is consequences, then I would try a different motivation tactic. Yeah. I think I personally, like, I have never really tried fake deadlines. Like, I know that, like, real deadlines work really well. But I think apart from that, it's... I usually, when I don't get stuff done, or when I notice that I don't start things, I try and figure out why. Like, there's sort of like some conflict of mind, because if I would think I need to do this, then I would do it. But for some reason, there's some like inner conflict where I feel like not doing is like okay. And I think the other thing I sometimes try, like if it's just sort of that, like I want to do it, but the concentration is missing, is either taking a break because I'm like overstraining myself and I just need to, you know, like rest and then come back. Or if it's mornings and then I just need caffeine, like caffeine. And if it's just incredibly boring, then I'm gonna get sort of like I'm gonna attach a reward to it. Sort of like having really good snacks or like something like this. So I'm gonna essentially make it like secondhand more interesting. I think I'm in kind of imaginary world where someone gonna get me out of it. Even I know it's not true, and I think I have self-doubt if I'm gonna be able to get out of life. I can imagine. I mean, it's definitely like very normal to like hope for somebody to save you. Especially if you feel sort of doubtful if you're able to save yourself or not. I think that's why like trying to like get like professional help, like calling these hotlines is always a thing I tell you relaxing. Because then you wouldn't have to do everything alone, you know? Like even if you need to call 10 hotlines and only the 10th works, would be good to have some support. And I think with a lot of things in life, we're not given guarantees. We don't know until it's over, but this is why the only thing we do have to do is try. Like that's sort of the obligation we have, is to try. Not to succeed. Succeeding isn't guaranteed, but to try. Alright, party people. It's 16:24. Next meeting is starting soon. So I gotta go. But I hope it was fun. If result is failure, what's the point of trying? You don't know if the result is gonna be failure. There's been people who invented airplanes. When people thought flying would be impossible. We so often in history we're entirely sure that something is impossible, and so often we were absolutely wrong. We wouldn't be where we are today if we would be right when we say something is impossible. Just in case, we do want to try and call them. But yeah, there's so many possibilities, and essentially it's thinking that we know what is possible and what is not possible is actually just fake. We only know what is possible of what we've learned and what we've experienced in the world we live in. And we only know a very, very specific perspective and only a very, very small part of what is possible. And that's how we make our decisions, like based on that knowledge. So the only thing we can try is acknowledge that our knowledge is very limited. Our decision making is very limited. If we think we know, we can know for sure. Of course, I'm a bit worried about you relaxing. I would like you to not be alone with that burden you carry. I would like you to get support. And I just think there's surely one helpline out there who would be able to. Alright, guys. See ya, everybody. See you the next time. See you tomorrow, potentially. And thank you all for being here. Thank you for the follows. And bye, everybody. I'm sorry it was just a short stream. The next stream is gonna be longer, but this meeting is just, yeah, quite unfortunate. All right, see you guys next time, and I'm gonna keep on working now for 2 more hours straight. So if you want to keep on working as well, just know you're not alone. I'm here with you. So bye, everybody, and stay safe. Drink something, eat something, air out your room, move. Don't forget to take care of your body. You're the only person who will, since it's your responsibility. And your body deserves some love. So bye.